quit match. I mean, these two hate each other, but who wants to be in an I quit match? That's a scary thing.
Magic Mark Adams, it's good to be back. Well, I'd like to say it's good to be back with you.
You are on thin ice, Rob Maltman, but I'm going to be professional and I'm going to talk about this match. This match has been a year-long feud in the making, culminating in this I Quit match between Drew Taynton and the Earl of Excellence.
Yes, when we were here last time, Drew Taynton has suffered a serious arm injury and he assures us he's back to full fitness, yet the bandages and the tubey grips on his arm tell a different story. Is he lying just to get his hands back on Robert Rochester Rose?
Well, what has happened is he's put a bullseye on those arms and Rochester Rose has gone straight for those damaged arms.
If you're going to make someone quit, go for the injury.
Absolutely.
I'd like to say it's like a shark going for blood and it's a bad thing to do, but actually it's within the rules of the match.
Absolutely it is, and the Earl of Excellence is an intelligent man.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
And he's hench.
He's massive, isn't he?
Look at that by the Earl of Excellence. Clever.
Drew Taynton's no pushover though. Just sitting at home on his doctor's bed, on his nurse bed, etc, etc. He's been waiting for this match, chomping at the bit to get in the ring and get his hands on Robert Rochester Rose.
Well, he hates him.
Exactly. Maybe he'll make him quit.
They hate each other.
Like you said, a year in the making, the feud that defines Full House Wrestling. Robert Rochester Rose, the only man to have wrestled on every single show at Full House Wrestling.
Every single show, we've had an altercation between these two men.
Yes.
It's involved steel chairs, it's involved run-ins, it's involved Drew Taynton behaving very badly.
Very badly? Robert Rochester Rose, the Earl of Excellence, isn't innocent in this. He's not the Earl of Innocence, is he?
No, he did it in with a chair. Fair play.
And no matter what way you look at it, hitting someone with a steel chair, it's gonna hurt. It's not a good position to be in. It's
Puts
not
on the
nice
ropes,
thing.
he's got to give him 5 counts.
Yep.
Or does he in an I Quit match? Tell me the rules of an I Quit match, Rob Maltman.
It's just to make the other person quit. Standard wrestling rules apply. You've just got to beat the other person down. You don't win by pinfall or submission. You win by making them quit.
They basically have to say I quit. They have to take the humiliation that is admitting that they quit.
After a year-long battle of mind, body and spirit to quit at the hands of the opponent, that's humiliation right there. And the referee's got the microphone right now. We're going to go for an early one.
No way.
I have a feeling this is going to get brutal pretty damn quickly.
Neither man's going to want to quit. This could go on for a long, long time, Mark Adams.
Now, Rochester Rose... Oh no, here comes Drew Taynton. The thing is, when you're trying to make someone quit, maybe you can't get an immediate quit of someone, but by doing damage and then more damage and more damage, you can eventually weaken a body part to the point where they cannot take it anymore.
Neither man's going to submit easily as well. It's like Chinese water torture. You keep focusing directly on that one spot until it's either like a move like that, the ankle lock. It could either break the ankle or the person can live to fight another day by quitting. I believe both men would be willing to break bones and cause serious permanent damage to each other in this feud, and that's got to play on their minds.
True.
What would you rather do? Get a broken ankle and be put on the shelf for 2 years, or quit and live to fight another day to exact your revenge a little bit closer?
Well, I'd quit, but I'm intelligent. And
there is that, and neither of us are wrestlers.
No. And other countries' water tortures are available.
Are they?
Test of strength called by Drew Taynton. Is this wise, considering how much larger the Earl of Excellence is?
He's a big man, but he's out of shape, Magic Mark. For Drew Taynton, this is a full-time job.
Do you love it that much?
Well, that's interesting. Still calling for a test of strength, Taynton. Maybe he's got some tactics here.
thing is, those arms have been weakened as well. Like I said, he's coming back from an injury. I'm not convinced he's at full fitness yet.
Yeah, he obviously didn't have a plan because look, he's just rolled. He's just like locked him all up.
And it goes what you said. Robert Rochester Rose is an intelligent man. You don't get to be the Earl of Excellence by being stupid.
Living excellence.
Living excellence.
That's what he says when he comes out to the ring.
So you do your research, don't you?
Yes, I'm a professional. Excellence escapes there, and now he's ooh.
Stretching the thighs and the groin.
You don't want your groin stretched, do you?
No good's going to come of it.
No.
They're leaving black and blue.
Ooh. Forearm to the face.
Clubbing forearm to the face. Still stretching the legs and groin as well, and punching him in the face.
Nothing subtle about a forearm to the face, but it'll sure as hell get the job done.
It's effective. It's simple and effective. Just because it's brutal and ugly doesn't mean it's not excellent.
Rochester Rose needs to keep his cool.
And Drew Taynton, look of intensity in his eyes. You just can see it in him that he wants this win and get his Full House Wrestling career back on track and potentially, hello?
That's lovely, that's a headstand.
That's just showing off, isn't it? Can you do that, Mark?
I can actually.
Can you? I can't.
No, I can't, I lied.
Oh! I take everything back what I said. That was stupid. Drop kick to the midsection.
That was rude by Drew Taynton.
It was rude by Robert Rochester Rose. What purpose did the handstand do other than to mock him?
Up and over. Off the ropes. Clothesline missed.
Doesn't look like he's lost a step. Come on, Drew. Double drop kick to the face. And like you said, Mark, wearing him down one kick at a time.
Well, you haven't won the match yet.
That's a good way to go about it, though, isn't it? Oh. That's a lot of man to lift, Drew. Oh,
my goodness. Beautiful manoeuvre there.
Have you ever seen that happen? Have you ever seen a man the size of Robert Rochester Rose fly around the ring like that?
No.
Kick him in the Rochester.
It shows just...
Did someone just shout, kick him in the Rochesters? How uncouth.
Surely kick him in the Rose would be a lot more appropriate.
Also uncouth. This match.
I'm glad he didn't say kick him in the Roberts. Oh!
Might have been more appropriate.
Drew Taynton, though, dominating Rose.
Nasty bulldog there. Looking for some top rope manoeuvres.
Like we said earlier, he's been chomping at the bit to get back in the ring against his natural enemy, Robert Rochester Rose, and that huge leg drop from the middle rope.
Taynton landed right on top of him there with that.
Has he done it?
No.
Robert Rochester Rose saying firmly that he's not quitting.
Not going to quit when Drew Taynton's not even touching him. That's adding insult to injury and more humiliation.
This match is going to get nastier and nastier as people keep saying no.
What do you say? No.
Every no is going to make it that nastier.
What does it do to Drew Taynton as well when he keeps trying the best he's got? Every move he's got in his locker.
That arm bar, surely.
It goes back to what I said earlier. You can break a man's arm with that arm bar.
Yeah, you can.
And that's not. And again, worth mentioning one more time, Drew Taynton has an existing arm injury. I'm not convinced he's back to 100%.
Did you see that by Rochester Rose? Not only did he pick him up for the body slam, he had a hammerlock applied, that damaged arm, boom, right onto that arm. Extra pain.
The Earl of Excellence, doing what he does best.
Being excellent.
Mocking him as well. That's the salt in the wounds. It's the mocking while he's doing it. It's not just wrestling as a sportsman, it's the mocking. Yeah. Choking him out on the bottom rope with the full weight of Rose on his back. And Taynton will not quit.
Come on, Taynton.
I said this was going to get nastier and nastier, and it is. They're now resorting to using the ropes. Look at that. Look at that hold. That's going to do a damage to Drew Taynton's wrist. It just gets nastier. Are we going to end it with some kind of breakage or another injury here?
And like you said earlier on, those bandages on the arms of Taynton are just huge bullseyes for Rose at the moment. Everything he's done has worked on those arms because he's already one step ahead. Rose is at full fitness, whereas Taynton clearly isn't.
Whoa! Oh, nasty back suplex.
What do we do? Get on there. Robert Rochester Rose defiantly saying no, will not quit that easily.
Referee Chris getting a lot of no's. I'm sure he's used to that.
Another thing we agree on, Mark. This is becoming a habit.
Into the ropes. And a kick to the gut. Lovely. Rochester Rose has got this.
Wow!
Ow.
Bending him in half right in the middle of the ring.
Pair of German suplexes.
Then we could be seeing a third. Rose has not loosened his grip one little bit. Lifting him up, everything he's got, slamming him down to the canvas.
What do you say? No.
A lesser man would have quit.
Credit where
Three
credit's due.
German suplexes.
Credit where credit's due. He just got dropped on his head thrice and he didn't quit.
Come on.
You'd only have to do that to me once and I'd be gone.
I'll bear that in mind.
But he's not quitting.
No,
Taking
he's
his time to get back to the ring. Rose is just as exhausted on the other side, but beckoning Taynton to come over and keep going. Stomping his foot like an angry rhino. Waiting for his prey of Drew Taynton to finish the feud that started 1 year ago.
Here comes the big man.
Straight over the top to the floor.
Into our crowd.
In all the strength Drew Taynton had left, he's bent over double on that top rope. The pain in his face, and Rose still defiantly saying no, I do not quit at the hands of my mortal enemy, Drew Taynton.
Rose fell 8 foot onto hard wooden floor there. No wonder the ref asked him if he wanted to quit.
Gravity always wins in these situations.
How can he say no? I'd run away if I was. That's why I'm not a wrestler.
That's why we talk about it and these guys do it. Let's not underestimate the sheer athletic ability that
Don't
every
come over
man that
here.
enters that ring has.
Good. Keep him away.
Straight into the steel post!
Nasty.
Rose is down! Was that a no? It sounds like a huffing and puffing.
No. He said no. Rochester Rose has not quit. Don't you be putting words in Robert Rochester Rose's mouth.
Rose fighting back with everything he's got. Taynton's down, Rose is up, and he's going to use that steel ring post as a weapon again.
Big chop.
And Drew's body had nowhere to go, backed up against that solid steel ring post.
Chinese bird.
I'd quit from a Chinese, but
To be fair, that could probably make me quit.
yeah. These two really, really do not like each other. They're just clobbering each other, punching each other, fighting each other. I'm surprised there's not been any biting.
The fact Full House Wrestling had the smart, what is he going to do here? Slamming him to that wooden floor once again. The body can only take so much punishment. I don't care how... No, I don't care how conditioned, how much of an athlete you are, the human body can only take so much punishment. It's not a machine. Even the greats in wrestling history, they're still human beings.
Oh, they're in the crowd now. Get out of the way, people of Peterborough.
I just heard a girl squeal.
DDT!
To the floor?
Oh, yes. That's got to be it. Your microphone's not going to stretch that far, referee Chris. Was that no?
Was that a no? That was a no.
Good grief.
How does a human being, the level of hatred these men have for each other, any other wrestler?
Fighting their way onto the stage now, Maltman. This can't be good for either of them. Sound desk's there, the speakers are there, the entranceway's there.
The lighting, the smoke machine, and now Robert Rochester Rose and Drew Taynton are there too. Bad things are going to happen. Not on the stage!
That knocked out one of the lights.
I felt that reverberate right over here. The announcer's desk. My cup of water was like that scene in Jurassic Park.
That hip toss knocked out one of the lights, rocked us, and Robert Rose still didn't quit.
What is it going to take? And Drew must be feeling this just as much as Rose must be feeling it. What is it going to take to make one of these two gladiators quit, to put their pride on the line and say,
it's not a stabbing.
we are in Peterborough. the ring entranceway.
He's taking a kick in and he's looking to lock on.
The longer that hold is applied. What is going on here?
Earl Windsor hit him with a chair. That's one way to get out of a hold.
Lord Jonathan Windsor with the steel chair. The upper classes sticking together. The Lord and the Earl.
Oh, the Earl and the Lord not getting on so well.
Never push a man with a steel chair in his hand.
Well, that alliance didn't last very long.
Never trust the upper classes, Mark. They'll stab you in the back at any opportunity.
So Lord Jonathan Windsor has waffled both Drew Taynton and Rochester Rose with that chair. He's out later on. He should be thinking about his match.
However, neither man has quit. Both have taken a chair shot. The rules state the match will carry on until one man quits.
My goodness.
Miss Black having to
keep them
do
away.
what she can.
Keep them away.
With these two modern gladiators.
Keep them away from the commentary
to
table,
the commentary
please.
desk.
Hello.
Wow. This isn't nice. This isn't nice. Ring bell. Oh.
In the ribs. That was a little bit too close for comfort for me, personally.
I nearly quit for them.
I don't like it when it gets that close. But Rochester Rose slammed him in those ribs with our ring bell.
Still going as well.
This is brutal.
The punishment each man has taken and the fact they are still wrestling. Still fighting.
I'll go with fighting. 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 They're just punching each other in the mush.
Neither man is down though. Both standing. Whoa!
Judo style throw. Into
straight to the armbar. Submission maneuver. The longer he holds this, the more chance we have of seeing Drew Taynton quit. And the grip that Rose must have on that arm, that injured arm.
Reversal.
He's doing it. He's reversed him. Is he going to tap? He's quit. We have a winner. We have a winner.
Well, Drew Taynton, what a win. Wow. Massive win for Drew Taynton. Rochester Rose has been around a long time, and a win in an I Quit match against a man like the Earl of Excellence is going to skyrocket Drew Taynton here in Full House Wrestling. Rochester Rose looking for a handshake. A sign of respect from Rochester Rose. Well, unexpected but popular decision.